Hey everyone, thanks for joining me on another adventure. I'm out here in the Long Island Sound. The sun's gonna come up in about 10 minutes or so, and the goal for today is to really challenge myself. I usually use swim baits for striped bass, but today we are gonna change it up. I'm gonna use all plugs and topwater. I got a spook tied on and a couple SP minnows, XRap. Just mix it up. Try and use the lures that I don't typically go to. Try something new and challenge the game. Thanks for joining me, and let's get into it. You can see the stripers are sitting at 10 to 12 feet. I really should be jigging for them. Oh, he's off. Give this XRap a whirl. Having trouble with the current. It's really moving right now. Ooh, this is the fun setup. This is what I should have been using all along. Those other rods are too heavy for these fish. So score one for the XRap. To be honest, I'm having trouble with the spook just because the current is moving so fast right now. I can't even keep the kayak straight. So I'm having trouble actually walking the dog properly with it. I had a couple blow-ups on it, so I know it works, but score one for the XRap. Yeah, I'm gonna switch to a small soft plastic and just see the difference. I guarantee you they just want something that's white colored. So I'm gonna find just, it could be anything. Kind of sitting on the other side of these weed lines, I noticed. See, first cast. And this feels like a much bigger fish too. Much bigger. I didn't plan on doing a comparison video, but here you go. Ah, he broke me. If I hook into another big one, I'm gonna switch up to the heavier rod, but I'm kind of having fun with this. But that was the first cast with the soft plastic. You see I immediately connected to a bigger one. Yeah, see, it's like every cast now. Now just a furious schoolie. Just a little schoolie. Give some slack in your line and then pop that braid. And they like that thump in that pause. They always hit on the pause. Let's see if we can get another one right away. A striper is really like this particular cadence that is hard for me to do with plugs, and it's this kind of real pause jerk. And see how he just hit on that pause? It's almost every time, and a soft plastic is really the best way to dial in striped bass. They're always gonna hit, not always, but 9 times out of 10 they're gonna hit from underneath the lure, and they're gonna wait for that pause moment for it to, the lure to just drop for a second. As soon as they get that opportunity, they're gonna pounce on it. You can't give them very long though. This fish didn't know he's hooked. I gotta switch to the bigger setup because I can tell there's bigger fish rolling in. It's slack tide, so they're really spread out. But I got 14-pound test on here, and I don't want to break off another fish. So I think I'm actually going to switch to the other rods. I really didn't plan on making like a compare and contrast video today, but you know, all those plugs I was trying earlier, the fish wanted nothing to do with. They really just want to match the hatch, and the hatch right now is these glass minnows. So yeah, I'm gonna switch to a heavier. That's disgusting. Always bring the Purell with me. You never know. So here's a really quick look at the contours of where we were fishing today. It is a depth range of about 6 to 25 feet. The stripers were sitting in between 12 and 18 feet for pretty much the entire session, and sitting, you know, probably next to these rocks underneath the bait fish, and they really didn't hang around for long. I think I had 45 minutes to fish, and you know, I had much better success with the soft plastic.